O sinal não tem nada a ver com o machucado.
O... Se na velocidade que tá oscilando isso não tá fazendo, cara.
É só questão disso.
Verdade. Hey everyone, my internet, my stream crashed again, so refresh the page. My stream crashed again. Also, sorry about it. But as I was saying, Fonzer, you said that, once again, you said that you are so bad about making connections, especially in the business world. I was gonna say that I am still very bad at making connections as well. The only way I found to make connections was to improve the quality of what I'm doing, because I'm bad at approaching people and befriending them and basically connecting, networking and such. Because I don't have a lot going on, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to talk about, I don't know how to socialize like those people who have ease to go and make connections. So the things I found out is that by increasing the quality of what I did, it would improve the chances of these people wanting to connect to me. So I don't need to have too much going, I don't need to be super eloquent or able to make friends like crazy fast. I could get them interested in truly networking with me, rather than me having to put up all the work. It basically becomes more of a dual effort rather than a solo effort of connecting. The other stuff that I found out is that connections, even like when the first tip doesn't work out and no matter how good my content is, the other person is still not interested in it, or it matters not at all, or it has nothing to do with us. Like, say I'm a illustrator and someone else is a musician, but I want to connect with them for whatever reason. Our contents have nothing to do with each other, so when it comes to that, it's all about taking your sweet time. Follow them on Twitter, on whatever social media they have. Whenever they post stuff, you comment. Well, not whenever, but as much as you can, do spend some time on social media, not following random memes and whatever, but actually trying to interact with them in a way that is friendly. So if they post something or comment on something and it's relevant and you have something to say, you go there and say it. You're not still having a private conversation or anything, but it's almost like a party, but it's online. The person did a move and you go and do a move on top of that move, until eventually that person becomes to warm up to you and they to bring back old memes, they start to notice you. When that happens, then you may or may not try to initiate contact. They might do that first, but if they don't, and you really are impatient or really wanna get the conversation going, or you have a subject you're sure is gonna seal the deal, you basically much work up the courage and go and say hi to them. If they're on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, or whatever, you probably can send a message to them even without adding them as friends, and making sure that you are first messaging them before sending empty notifications like sending friend requests or whatever. Is a sure way to make sure that they notice you, if they haven't so far. And afterwards, the other most important thing is to remember that even though you probably know them because of what they do, that's not who they are. They are a person, possibly they're a person, I hope, that has a lot of stuff going on with their lives. They probably have a family, they have a favorite TV series, they have a place they like to go, things they don't like to do, stuff they like to talk about, a book they're probably reading or not, or putting off reading. But they have a lot of stuff going on, so personally, I do enjoy when new people come and talk to me, but I also don't enjoy it very much, and the only conversation they try to make is about my work. Like, how's my comics going, how my drawings work. I'm okay with my conditions or whatever. So, if you do try to socialize by not focusing so much on their career, which is something they probably aren't very eager to talk about with everyone, and you have something like really friendly and really acceptable, sociable to talk about, then that's a better bet to try. And I fucked up these fingers here, so let's schedule that. Even better, if the person you are stalking on Twitter, they do tweet something about something else you're passionate about that has nothing to do with their work. Say if they tweet about a game you like, a book you read, a TV series you enjoy, or something, you can also use that as a hook and go and talk to them, start up a conversation. And not only that, but you do that yourself. Start tweeting out about the stuff you like, the places you go, the people you see. But keeping in mind that not only you are passionate about, but if someone else is passionate about, that'll help them approach you. That's pretty much my tips for connection, for networking. There are people out there who are really masters at networking, others not so much. Others have someone else to network for them. In any case, being an independent artist, especially a small one, I find that those stuff help me to make connections and talk to artists. But also keeping also the common sense and being polite, respectful, and some praises can also go a long way. If you do like the person's work, there's no reason not to say it. Although you probably shouldn't make that the only topic of the conversation, because that one will get out soon. Body languages, I said shock, and then I told you guys to refresh the page. Now we're back, and Fonzer said you triggered Twitch is being racist against you because I was going to answer your question. Way before, Samu, you said, well, in this community, the furry showed me a lot of variations and showed me you, and I'm very happy that happened. And thank you. I'm also very happy that to have met you. I mean, we haven't really met, we haven't talked like socially and properly, but you have been here in my streams, and it's been a huge pleasure to have you here so often. I'm really thankful. You also said that you used to not like her series, but after the sequel you changed your mind. I don't know why. I've never seen it. I'm not gonna talk too much about the whole Shades series. Yeah, I think that to some level, even if she wasn't a good writer or whatever, she was doing something right because it was massively popular to some degree. Brain language, as I said, it's back. The whole stream. Someone said, well, in this, I'll repeat it. Thank you for that. Video says, no worries, good. Falzer said, okay, let's talk about my work only. Sure, I can do that if that's what you want. Yeah. I guess I try to talk better when I'm in Discord then. And sure thing. Feel free to hit me up anytime you want. I might not answer instantly, I might take a shitload of time to answer because I'm not streaming and attending other stuff, but I really try not to take too long to answer, so you hit me up anytime and I'll be glad to say hi to you, especially in Portuguese. That's Bingo. Hi, nice to see you stream. Welcome to the stream, Tess Bingo. It's kind of close to being over and done, but I'm glad you could make it. There's still some power left in every one of us. I did the whole body and whatnot, but I didn't do the face, so I can leave the drawing like this. I have to finish the face. Do the whole face actually. So let's catch that. Falzer said the power of the Booge. I don't know how to pronounce that either. You also said that you annoyed, that I said that annoyed me, so you joked a little bit. And yeah, I mean, it's not that I actually get annoyed when people come to talk to me about it. It's just really annoying that a lot of people do ask me that after being away for so long, and then they let the conversation die there. I mean, even I try to also strike up conversation every now and then with all sorts of topics and whatnot. But if someone shows up and randomly goes, "Hey, how are you? How are your comics?" I answer, and if they say cool and don't keep up, it's really annoying because I get the impression that all I do and all I'm worth remembering is the comics for some reason. But that's never nice when you feel yourself reduced to only the stuff you do and not who you are. But I also do enjoy talking about the stuff I do, especially lately that I've gotten the opportunity to talk so much about my ideas and my concepts for the comic. It's really cool. Someone said, "You're a good guy, dog. It's impressive that you are so relaxed. I guess I'm gonna think of a bigger variety of questions to you." First of all, thank you so much for your kind words. Um, sure thing. So let me know whenever you have questions, in or out of the stream, and I'll answer them. Yeah, I know. I guess that's just how I am. I try to make sure I'm really approachable, and I try to have a great time. Besides, I love meeting new people, so being approachable helps with that. Okay, I think I'm done with the same. So this character sort of has most muscles, toned body, but we are drawing perspective, so fuck if I know how to do this. Let me check the reference once again, because references. In the end, these are lifesavers. Also, Wolfie Walter, thank you so much for following me on Twitch. I really appreciate it, and it makes me a very happy boy. Okay, finally got my windows here sorted. The windows for the references. Also, I'm kind of worried as well. I figure it's very bad ethics to be talking about the persons who I'm dealing with as I deal with it. I'm really kind of iffy about this person drawing. Shouldn't complain, they supported me so much and for so long on Patreon. But this person has been sort of problematic ever since the beginning, and now I worry that I might face even more problems as I keep dealing with this person. Which by now some of you may or may not know who this is. Yeah. Basically, just a second, everyone. Something's about. Hey everyone, just a moment. I'm gonna be right back. Hey everyone, I'm back. As it would happen, we got some mail. I should go and get it. Once again, that was the sound of the intercom ringing to let us know we had mail. Anyway, I'm back. Also, before I keep going, thank you so much, Wolfie Walter, for following me. And actually, I've been working on the Golden Week since 2012, so if you've been following me since before that, you must be like a VIP supporter or something. I'm really grateful that you've been sticking up with me for so long. Thank you. So I'm a little out of breath. Right. I'll wheeze a little bit. Yeah, you guys had a little bit of jump scare there. Sorry about that. Somebody said a lot of people think that stream only want to stream to talk about what they do. That's what you think, at least. That most people that stream want to have an interaction with people that share the same interests and sometimes try to make a connection. But yeah, I mean, I could very well be working on this stuff on my own, alone. I could even be doing this faster, but sharing this with you guys, talking, connecting and socializing are stuff I think I really could improve on, so I really want to get into that. Share what I'm doing with you guys. Truth is, I am very anxious to try and to keep talking to everyone online and converse too much, to keep doing announcements and such. No, I figured the streams would help me get a little less anxious, by forcing myself in a way to talk to people. It really helps. Might see about that. Also, I don't know how to draw this muscles. It's been so long since I draw a skinny character with muscles. This is really iffy. Why can't people just settle for flat characters without muscles? No offense to any one of you who have characters with muscles. And you should follow on. Video you said you'll be back later, chores to do, shower today, yada yada. Sure thing, video. You're not here anymore, but okay. Hopefully I'll still be here when you come back. Wolfie Water. Say, oh, you're glad you made an impression. And of course. I mean, I still have no idea who you are. I'm super glad you've been here with me for so long. Reading languages, it got a jump scare, you shook it, almost transcended this world. It was doing the big for me. I'm sorry I did you with writing. Tasbingo, you said, your English is bad and this old dog is still learning, but you have to say good week was awesome. Also, when someone are not comfortable about the ending, but you will still love and like and love, and also call me daddy, call me father, keep it up, you're grateful to support me on Patreon. Thank you so much, Tasbingo. I'm really glad you guys do like what I do and that you kind of support it. um, like really supportive. And even though I choose to do stuff the way I want to do, which is not always the way people want things to go, you guys are still behind me, supporting me and standing by my choices, and really appreciate it. Really great to know that you guys not only support me on what I do, but you also respect my decisions. I did have once a very bad experience with a patron who was really pissed off and mad about how I chose to go about some parts of the comic. He not only dropped the support of my Patreon, but before he did, he also went to go and complain a lot on my Patreon. Made a lot of comments complaining and criticizing my choices, and then he dropped his support, and then he went on other sites where I posted the comics, such as for Affinity and so forth, to do the same, to criticize me in front of everyone. I mean, I have nothing against the guy being mad about what I did and dropping the support, but there's a difference between being mad and disappointed and just being annoying and rude. That's what that guy was, in my opinion. So yeah, I have had bad experiences with patrons, and to see you people, Taz Bingo, and everyone else who's my patron, be so supportive of me is a huge delight, and I'm really glad. I'm really glad and grateful to have you guys in my life supporting me. You are the real heroes here. So keep up being awesome, every single one of you. Because even those who are not like directly supporting me through Patreon and giving me money, just by reading the comic and making sure that just by following it up, you are already supporting me, because I know my comic is not being ignored. It's really being read and people are thinking about it. So even if it's not huge or super popular, it's still making an impression on people's lives and minds. And that's really all I could ask for out of what I do. And like I said, I'm really thankful for that. All you guys. And I give up with these muscles. They're gonna go stay like that. So what else is popping up? Just Bingo said thanks. The problem is you don't see your own mistakes. Learning languages is set as Bingo, and know that's what that's like. I've been learning Spanish and Russian for a few years now, and there's always that little hint of doubt in the back of your mind while practicing new languages. Just Bingo said, yeah, no one is telling you the mistakes because they're thinking it is rude. Relatable as fuck, it's tragic. Tasbino said, I still like when the artist makes this decision to end his own work, also when it means someone doesn't like it. Same happens to Mass Effect 3, I guess. And yeah, I sort of thought something about like that myself. That I could do what the public was asking me to do and not end the comic. It was actually a very sound financial decision to keep the comic going endlessly, and basically just turn into a fuckfest and cash in on your guys' money. But I had a vision for the comic and I didn't want to ruin it because a few people really couldn't get their their shit together and demanded sex. But still, like I said, I'm still very, very thankful for your guys' support. It has been really helpful with the whole thing. So let's do some other face here, and it's gonna look weird as shit. From what I've seen here in my references as well, otters have sort of a short muzzle, like really short. So let's get into that. Wolfie Walter, you said, I'm just another artist supporting another. Hoping to get your first comic rolling, hopefully soon. Keep up with the amazing work. Thank you. And also, I hope you manage to get your comic going. Whenever you have the chance and the time, do let me know about it. I would surely like to give it a read if I have anything ready, or just spitball some ideas. If you're comfortable with that, it is. If you would rather keep your project a secret until it's revealed, I also understand. I myself didn't answer so much about my own stuff when people ask me as well. So if you wanna keep it under wraps, I sure do understand. When a language is said, it's time to boop some others' needs. And it surely is. It's time to boop my own snoot against my tablet because I don't know what I'm doing. Never drawn another before. Actually, that's a lie. I actually just flat out lied to you guys. I did draw another before, but I think the last time I draw another was something around 2009, 10-ish. Actually, I don't even know. It's been so long since the last time I drew another. Perhaps, possibly, I have drawn another recently, but I wouldn't know. In fact, the coolest thing about this whole drawing art is to see, because I don't very well know how to draw others, so I depend on the reference I get from the intro and from online photography of the actual animal. However, when even the other artists couldn't very well represent another, I kind of wonder if this is suddenly the one animal nobody knows how to draw, or something like that. Also, I'm drawing teeth, like sharp teeth, but I don't know if others have sharp teeth, so if you guys are in the know, so let me know. I feel like they do, or they would have. Where languages have said that the muzzle is recognizable. In the emote, do you mean? Because I was really worried about it being way too small to see anything actually. So, the problem I think I'm gonna have here is because this character has sort of a very mature look to him, but with others you can't very well do a very mature other, like, because they are so round and so very round. I'm gonna take some artistic freedom and make this face more squarey. That way we can keep the roundness without making him look too young. Hopefully. Also, guys, it's 6:30. I should have finished this stream half an hour ago. So I won't be coloring these drawings like I said I would, up to date at least. What will I be doing? I'll be finishing this sketch and I'll save those drawings to color some other day. I'll still post them online, but the color will happen some other day. If you guys want, I might color them on the stream. If you guys would rather see me draw something new, I might come back the next time with other stuff to sketch instead of coloring or drawing. You guys already see me draw, so it's up to you. Falzer, you can't wait for the whiskers. Me neither. I'm wondering how I'm gonna do that. Burning Languages said that otters have sharp teeth, like cats. They're pretty much sea kitties. I haven't thought about it like that, and I think I do remember seeing otters eating fish or something. So yeah, I think you might be onto something there. Also, Falzer is threatening me, kind of wanting me to draw forever, and I guess I'll do that for the next couple of hours. I mean, half an hour while I finish this drawing. Then I'll stop working forever. So this character has sort of a chin beard, but it's actually his fur. It's not like beard like I do in the characters, it's just the fur in his chin is longer, so it gives this impression. So that fuzzy it up a little bit like that. There we go. And Wolfie Walter, you said that you would gladly share with me your comic idea if I ever want to talk. Also, when you sketch animals, you're not used to how you usually have the pile of Google results in the animal as references. And yeah, I did get a couple of references on others. I have a whole page here on other images open up. I'm also trying to go by the references because the other artists' references, because when you do a character who has a very defined look. The defined look possibly is due to something the artistic liberties the artists have taken. So following those is important. Also, it's not like I want him to look like an actual real-life Clodder. So I can allow myself to do this extra little bit of creating up stuff, coming up with stuff. And also, Wolfie Walter, there is, below this video here on Twitch, there's a series of links to my Twitter, my Tumblr, my whatever. There is also a link to my Discord channel. You can join the Discord channel and we can chat whenever. If you use Discord. If not, there's also, if you're not a fan of Discord, there's also my Twitter. You can tweet me a direct message. If not, there's my Telegram as well. Do reach me through one of the other channels and share with you my Telegram so we can chat later on. If you go to my Food Affinity page as well, I think the link is somewhere down below. If it isn't, sorry. In my Food Affinity there is also the link to my Telegram. You can find it there. And through those means you can reach me and we can discuss the whole idea of your comic. So I'll hope to see you later. Later, as in after this stream is done. Learning languages, I said whatever I want maybe for the draw new sketches or color these sketches. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a poll and see what people would rather see. Because then again, like I said, I do have to work on these drawings. But you guys don't have to watch it if you don't want to. So I'd rather make it pleasing for everyone who's here. Anyway, Wolf Water, you said, I will gladly do all the above, but sadly you can't do anything with money. There is nothing you need to do there that requires money. The only thing down there that requires money is donating money, which sort of has this quality that revolves around money. And there is the Patreon, where you can support me and my comics, but those you don't have to donate money as well. I mean, you don't have to support me on Patreon just by being here, watching me, and taking part in the conversation, keeping me some company, and talking with all these other delightful boys and girls. It's already more support than I could ask for. So you don't need to spend any money to get in my good graces just by being here. You're already being pretty awesome yourself. So thank you. So this character has sort of these thick eyebrows. And every single one of his references has him this more sort of snarky expression. So I don't want to overdo it, because I get the impression those references go about showing him that way, because it's nude in every single one of them and being very loud. Very loud. But I don't wanna do that as well. I wanna, like I said before, it seems like everyone everywhere is representing this character this way. I wanna do something a little different. I wanna show him sort of relaxing, chilling out, not being so loud, just having a good time together. And somehow I was able to do this whole drawing, even though I was going on about with perspectives, even though I wasn't sure what I was doing most of the time. I'm glad this worked out. This is never something new. It's probably something I never want to hear of someone you are having this kind of relationship with, where I say things and where I say things with authority. You probably don't want to hear me saying afterwards that I had no idea what I was doing. But that's the truth. I thought about using a bounding box with the perspectives. I thought it might work out, and it did. So I'm happy about that. But it could also have flunked really hard, and I would have no idea why, not how to fix it. So I'm glad everything worked out. Alfonso, you said that. I mean, probably said this a while ago, and you're probably not here anymore, but you said you're gonna go get your new glasses and you'll be back in a few. Sure thing, Father. If you're back when I'm still streaming, you'll be very welcome. If not, well, dang it. Speaking of which, everyone, Alfonso here, he streams games every now and then. He plays a lot of popular games on Twitch, like PUBG, which is Players Unknown Battlegrounds, for I think, for those of you who are much into gaming. He also has been playing other stuff every now and then, and he's a very good boy. So if you could, please check his channel. I would appreciate that very much, because he has been helping me out a lot with this whole Twitch thing, showing me the ropes of how it works, the settings, the configurations, a lot of stuff I had no clue about when I started doing these streams. If you could show him some support as well, I would appreciate that very much. And if you don't want to go and support him, that's okay as well. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. And I am almost done with this. I say almost done, but I do keep forgetting this character has a necklace, which I'll have to get you in just a moment after I draw his hair. Also, theoretically, he has a tattoo as well. But normally I'd solve this sort of shenanigans with in the coloring. But since I'm not coloring right now, I'm not so sure how I would go about doing that. So perhaps I won't even. I'll just do the necklace and maybe maybe have some very loose sketches and scribbles in there to give the illusion, the idea that a tattoo was supposed to be. Also, he has these brushed back hair. I don't know what the term is actually. Swept back, I think. Anyway, he has sort of a swept back spiky hair. I'm gonna go and do that real quick here. Which is cool because a lot of artists out there, because of popular demand and such, they go about trying to learn how to draw hair, different hairstyles and andro characters. Because there's so many people with personas and which have hair and different and varying hairstyles. However, not everyone's anatomy matches. So some people go about doing hair on an interesting way, and a lot of other artists go about doing hair another way. And in the end, no matter what the references say, you end up with many artists doing a lot of varying styles on hair. And it's always confusing. Out here, for example, I have one reference that shows his hair going behind the ear, and another reference that shows his hair going here, like a little in front of the ear. So in the end, it falls down to me trying to choose which reference to follow, or to follow my own style by and see how I understand anatomy and my own style to go about doing the hair. In the end, there does not seem to be a right way to do it. So it can get really crazy. And here, in the end, I did a little swept back and down, but I feel this hair is more of a just spike back. Like that. So I have to go and try to keep it more so this way. Swept back and spiked, rather than swept back and then swept down. And once again, because animals don't have hair, the references on this depend and rely solely on the character and the artist the character has hired to do it for them. So it is entirely possible that an artist comes up with a hairstyle that's impossible to do on other styles, or the commissioner, the patron, the requester asks for a hairstyle that nobody knows how to do and they don't know how to explain it either. Or something that's just plain crazy. Also, the song is over. Also, Leo, I at least can read you like that. So, this music is over, and I don't think I'll be playing it because I'm just gonna draw a necklace here, and it's done already. Since you guys wanted that so much, I'm gonna also go ahead and draw the whiskers, which normally I would draw in another layer. With the together with the highlights on the eyes, but since I already did the highlights, then there's no reason not to do the whiskers. Others, what I found, have whiskers for days. A lot of whiskers. Although maybe I'll keep these in another layer just to be sure it's safe, because you know, it's better to be safe than sorry in this situation. Young Jack, I was wondering why it went quiet. It's because, like I said, the music's over. And the stream is basically almost done. So I won't even bother putting more music. I just finish this stuff here and now call it a day. So since he's lying down on the bed, I didn't draw the bed, but he's lying down on the bed. I'm gonna draw his whiskers going on willy-nilly, like he's pressing them against a pillow or something. So I'm gonna also enjoy this opportunity to go and draw his statue here, because won't that be a asset to do here? It's kind of a looks like the legendary logo, the movie studio, but not really. It's more of a Celtic tribal whatever. Which are always cool to see but annoying to do. If you guys know what I'm talking about. So let's go a bit higher. This would be round, but since this is not a flat surface, it looks flat because of the illusion of movement. All the other whatever skid is. Anyway, Burning Language just said, such quality work, a pleasure to be here as always. Gonna say ciao right now, in case you get too lost in your head to notice that the stream is over. Until next time, everyone. And sure thing, Burning Languages. Thank you so much for sticking around and keeping everyone such a good and nice company. And also thank you so much for subscribing to me again. It's really enjoyable, really inspiring to see that you guys like what I do so much. That you're willing to go and spend your hard-earned money on me. I hope to be able to keep up the good work and do good by you, all of you. And really earn this by keeping up my work to a respectful and very high quality level. And now I'll do the necklace. Since he's lying down, I'm gonna draw the necklace like it's onto the side here. Only concern is that you might need to draw it over the whiskers, and since they're in the same layer, I have to erase it, and I might end up screwing it up, but that won't seem like it will be an issue. So we'll wait for that. But once you anyway. So here I'm gonna there's this little ring here, which connects to another ring. The necklace is here, basically. That's the gist of it. The necklace is here. Pendant is connected to rings connected to it. And it's to the side because he's lying down in the bed. And hopefully there's the whisker, the pose and everything amounts to a scenario in which I don't need to explain that he's in bed, because there's enough contextual clues so you can get an impression without me having to go and draw the bed and flat out say he's in bed. That's what's up. Also, thank you so very much, Tasbingo, for donating. I didn't even knew that alert was working, but thank you so much. Really appreciate it, buddy. Hey, young Jack. The character has already he has already a necklace. I'm going by the references and doing the necklace he has in it, which I don't exactly know what it is. Feels like another Celtic shenanigan. So I'll get to it. It sort of looks like a star, and inside this star there are 3 triangles. Okay, so there's this round shikidano here in the middle, into which are not 1, not 2, but 3 triangles. They're kind of crossing and into each other. Yeah, I don't know. Also, since I'm doing the details, I'm gonna keep it very small, and I might take a little while longer with this and that than I anticipated. So, bring some quick music, more cafe music for you guys, because you guys are lovely and you deserve some music. Young Jack Raiden, you told me to try puka shell necklace, and I wonder what is a puka shell necklace. I have no idea what that is, and I don't think I have ever heard about it. Also, this is not a curved surface, so let's keep those lines straight, please. Because there's a triangle there, and finally, on top of all them, another final triangle, which with there There's chick, stick, which is the cross leading to each other. And since those triangles are so dang small, in the reference, I can't really see how they're crossing into each other. So let's get creative. And if we get creative enough, we might get lucky and hit it. Young Jack, you said it's a good luck charm that surfers wear for good waves. And also a beautiful gift to give women for your lover on the beach. Wolf Walter, you said, kind of looks like the Triforce symbol, and yeah, somewhat, not so much, but it has kind of the same references, like three triangles interacting with each other. It's almost all there. Okay, so I don't know, I guess that even the artist was doing these other references here. He gave up on having those triangles connect and cross and intersect with each other, because he did it for the one and then he didn't do it anymore. So I guess that the other reference artist gave up. So it's up to me to keep up this whole enigma. I think that this is kind of dirty. Looks okay-ish. So let's keep going. It was this, like I said, and then there was a star syrup, which is 8 points. So let's try to put one there, here, here, and the last one here for reference. Then one in between each one of these. Also, I feel like the way this one artist drew this, I feel like it's kind of sort of extruding the thing. I'm trying to apply an effect that just gives it the same look, sort of. Also, you guys probably noticed I put on some music again. This playlist is 2 hours long, but we won't get to see all of it because this stream is going to be over real soon, which is a shame, but also unnecessary. So I have it here, so now I'll do the other side of the star. And then that's... So to any of you who are wondering or considering ever buying art in the future, or changing your characters, or whatever, do keep these in mind. No matter what peculiarities you choose for your character to have, it might end up being really annoying, rather extra work for whoever it is you hire in the future to draw it for you. So you might want to keep it simple. And if you do add up stuff like symbols, regalia, accessories, tattoos, whatever, make sure it actually means something. something that is very essential, very essential, and basically tells what your character itself can't tell. Because if you want your character to be really expressive, you don't need a tattoo or something else to achieve that. You can achieve that just by making sure your character has what it needs to be expressive. But then again, we are talking about personas here, so it isn't I who has the right to say what makes you feel best, or rather, what is the best way to represent yourself online. What I'm trying to say is that there is no need to complicate things more than they need to be. Some of you said you plan to get some drawing from me just now. Does that mean you intend on buying drawings from me? Because if so, we appreciate it. And more or less, this is it. It might look a little bit convoluted, maybe a little bit graphically heavy, but I feel like it works. So, I think I'm done with this drawing of this character, which whom, as I was saying before the jump scare, worries me because he had sent me earlier today a message saying that I didn't need to bother drawing his character anymore because he was going to sell his character before he dies. And I don't know what he meant by that. But like I was saying, that is very unethical of me to be talking about people I work with and people that have supported me for so long. I have seen this guy be problematic before around other people. I have nothing against him because he has never been exactly problematic with me, but I see how he can be. So I'm trying my best to not have problems arise. They might. Anyway, this is it. I'm done. So I'm just gonna sign here. D with the K and the 2018 because that's the year we are in. My signature and an address to my Tumblr because if you want to see more of the cool stuff I have been drawing, but you find this drawing somewhere else in the internet, you are going to be able to find my stuff. And this is it. This is my drawing, my Patreon sketch for today. Just to recapitulate real quickly before we go. this was a drawing for. I did these 2 drawings for patrons. This was for Terry Clough. Sorry. Okay. This was a drawing for Terry Clough, one of my patrons. He has been supporting me for quite a while. Despite everything I said that may or may not be bad, I cannot deny that he has indeed helped me financially quite a lot. And I'm very thankful for that. Also, thank you so very much to Bingo for subscribing to me on Twitch. You guys are really coming through for me. Thank you. And also now you also can cheer with the cheer mode I have that is exclusive to subscribers here on Twitch. And I think it might be available on the Discord server. That I will have to look into. Alright. Super glad to see you guys having fun with this cool emote I spent some time doing. But here, let's get to it. As I was saying, just let me find my windows here because I have a lot. I have to keep all tabbing between them. Really bad. Anyway, despite everything I was saying about this patron, he has come true for me financially, and I really appreciate that. But I still have my reservations, but he has helped me, and I'm thankful for that. And even though he says I don't need to go and do this drawing anymore, I did go and do it because, like I said, I really appreciate his support. And on the other side, we have Cody, a very good boy, who's probably also a drunk boy. Someone suggested earlier that I do some beer spilling out, and I'm gonna quickly go and do that just because it looks comical and fun. And it just looks cool in general. So I did this drawing for Cody, another patron of mine, and I did earlier today on the stream, and I did just now this drawing for Terry, another patron of mine. These are patron sketches I'll be doing a shitload of strings because so far I've only been able to do 2, and there's way many more for me to do. So yeah, like I said, I have a kind of a schedule set up that is gonna be, for now, it's gonna be Sundays and Wednesday. I'll be streaming from 1 in the afternoon till 6 in the afternoon. From the other days, Tuesdays, I mean, not Tuesdays, but Tuesdays, Fridays, I might be streaming in the same time, but it's not so short that I will be streaming on Tuesdays, and in the weekends, I mean on Tuesdays I might stream it during the night, so that's gonna be later. It'll be something around 7 to 9 or 10 in the evening, and during the weekends are gonna be surprise streams. If those end up happening, I'll let you guys know beforehand, like days beforehand. And that's it. Please do follow me on Twitch and Twitter and everywhere else to see when I announce more streams in the future, because they will be happening quite a lot, like I said. And that way you guys can keep up and and make sure you don't miss it. And even if you do miss, you can rewatch past streams here on Twitch. That's something that Twitch allows me to do, is record streams and you guys to see it again. So without much else to try and say, as Bingo said, Cody, I miss it, maybe see it again later. If I have to choose, I take Cody home. Also, he needs some helping hand to get home drunken. He surely does. He's a very good boy. He loves drinking, especially with friends, so he has a big, huge bottle for himself and another bottle for another friend who might or may not be joining him. Because he's a very good boy and very sociable. Bernie Language says, cool, thanks, see you everyone. And I will be seeing you guys too. Thank you so very much for joining my stream. I hope you guys have an amazing day, that you had an amazing day here on the streams. There's links below where you guys can follow me and we can maybe chat together sometime on Discord or whatever. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. Other than that, thank you so very much. I appreciate it very much. My name was Douglas, and thank you so very much for being here today with me. Bye bye.